what letter? Shift?
Shift key.
The shift key. And you use your arrows.
Okay.
Just shift in your arrows. Yes, sir.
I have not been lost at all on any of this except for when we changed to aspect my Bailey, and if this is your lost dog called 551-1029, did it change to the doo-doo brown?
Well, they're supposed to be light brown.
Yeah, but the problem is that
They're
mine
the
is
same
still
colors we changed
purple.
them to
Mine's still.
All right, well, let's just try this for you guys, because if your whole thing didn't change, I'm just going to go out on a limb, say, just click anywhere in the document and hit Control A. That's a keyboard shortcut for select all.
Okay.
Everything's selected.
Wow.
Go up to change styles, down to colors, and pick aspect.
Bam.
Did it work?
Nothing.
That's all right. We'll figure it out. It's an anomaly. It's something we haven't figured out here. We'll figure it out in a little bit, you and I. So now we want to put pictures in. And I think that this is where people start doing what I call ghetto word. Okay? And ghetto word happens every once in a while when we just try to make it work, but it's not really done right. And we're like, you know what? A lot of people do it like on this right here, this bottom line. They'll have it left justified. They're like, oh, I want this to be centered. So they'll start hitting spaces. They're like, yeah, that looks about right. Okay? They're like, yeah, that's about centered right there. We don't want to do that. We always want to make sure we use the right feature so that Word has it in it and it won't alter once it's in it. It'll keep it the way it needs to go. So we left this space here just so we could put pictures in the future because we knew we were going to. And the first thing I would realize is that if I want to center a picture, what does the justification of the line probably need to be? Centered. So I'm going to hit Control E. I'm going to center this line. And now we're going to insert a picture. Now there's several different ways to do this, but we're going to do the most conventional way. And that's once we come up here to the tabs up at the top on our ribbon, we can go to Insert. And it gives us all these features that we can pick from. I'm going to select Picture. Now in the real world, okay, in the real world you're probably not going to have all the pictures you want in a folder Chapter 1 in Word, right? You're going to have it somewhere else on your computer. So you can do one of two things. For instance, I know the picture that we're going to insert is called Dog Picture 1, I think. Yeah, Dog Picture 1. So up here I can type in Dog Picture 1 and it will search my computer up at this top right bar. It takes it a second, but it will find, I've done this so many times on my computer, that it will find that dog picture that many times. Or, because we all put it in the right spot, I can go Desktop, APP101, which is our class. I put in Word, Chapter 1, and here's my Dog Picture 1. I can select it. Just click Insert, and Bailey is on my computer.
Oh, baby.
Oh, Bailey's so cute. Did everybody see that?
No.
One more time, Control Z here. I'm going to go Insert, Picture. If you have it on your desktop, just over here you can get to Desktop. And I'm going to go on. Yes, you want to pick the Bailey picture I'm talking about just so we have the same thing when we're done. But in the real world, you can make it up however you want. We're going to use that one in 1 second, Nora. She's so cute when she stands up, though. I can just click it and click Insert, or I can double click. Did you get it? Excellent. No? One more time. Watch this. Try this one, Tanya. If you go Insert, Picture. No. This is the first part. You got to go to Insert. You go to Picture. You go up to this little section right here and just type in Dog Picture 1 and it will show up. It'll be like bibbity bobbity boo and it shows up. Nora. Well, that sounds like a personal problem. No, I just got it. So if you can go find it, you know, it's in that Word Chapter 1 folder. That's why it's there. So we've clicked it. Now Bailey has taken over my screen, right? Such a cute little doggy. Now the problem is with Bailey is that now I don't know what the heck's happening. So we're going to learn a little bit about zooming. Okay? And zooming is all controlled down here in the bottom right. We can just zoom out a little bit and we can see that, uh-oh, as I zoomed out to a point, now I don't have a poster. I've got a 2-page essay with Bailey's picture as a big part of it. Or 3-page, depends on how you've done it. This is a problem because we want to get it all on one page. So we're going to talk about resizing graphics right now, and this is something I'm very passionate about, and I hope you guys will listen for just a second. There are 2 types of, this might be on the test, sizing handles, okay? Sizing handles are the little things that we can grab to change a picture, okay? There's square ones on the actual lengths of the picture, and there's round ones on the diagonals. Does anybody know what the difference is between a square sizing handle and a circular?
The circular is going to pull it in and make the picture unified, whereas you use the squares, it's just going to kind of like elongate it.
Right. That's exactly right. Jonathan is correct. We call these square ones destructive sizing handles, which means it will skew the picture. So if I click on this, notice that Bailey just got really skinny. I hate that. Now let me just tell you, you should probably never, in a professional document or in a PowerPoint, skew a picture. Right? Find a picture, keep it right. If you have to shrink it or zoom it in or something, you have to, but you should never squish it. I have people all the time that put like a Dodge Viper up. And they're like, look at the Viper. And it's like, because they're trying to get it on the screen right. It's just not a good picture then. Everybody's looking at like, what's happening there? That's not what you want to do. So use these bottom right ones, and we can shrink it down. I'm going to go about half the size of the screen here. And notice that it shrunk her, Bailey, or him, or whatever this is a him. Shrunk Bailey down to this size. Now I'm going to insert another picture. Let me just tell you, if I insert a picture while I'm highlighted on this, it's going to go over. You just need to keep shrinking it, Tanya. And it'll go onto one page. Just click on Bailey, and then see if I make Bailey a little bit bigger. Now I got 2 pages. See this one, Tanya? Bottom right. Just click on it. Shrink it down. Voila. There you go. Now, we're kind of zoomed out a little bit, but that's all right. We're going to deal with that in a second. I'm going to insert one more picture because Bailey's so cute, right, Nora? When Bailey's sitting down, he's so adorable. So I want to make sure that I click over here to the right, and notice my insertion point is blinking over here. That means if I started typing, this is a test, I can actually type on the right side of this picture. This is putting our picture in the right spot for Word. So we want to make sure that our insertion point is where we want the picture to go. I'm going to do the exact same thing where I click Insert. Dog picture 2. How did you guess that? Because it's Bailey. I'm going to go ahead and click Insert. Now notice, now I've got 3 pages. Bailey, you dumb dog. You're taking over my entire document. I don't want this. We could just resize with handles. But let's say we're trying to be more precise and we need to make sure that Bailey is sized exactly the size that we need him to be. Notice that when we click on a picture, we get this new little tab up here on the ribbon. It's called Picture Tools. This helps us format and do things with the pictures. If we come over here to the far right, we can actually change the height of the picture. And so on this one, I want to change the height of this picture to something more like 2 point what? 2.74, right? I think it's 2.74.
Yes. Height of 2.74, no width of 2.73.
Yeah. And so now we can see that this is exactly there. Now, Bailey's are off, right? Now we have one picture that's different because I did it by hand. I'm going to click on this Bailey, and I can do the same thing. I can say 2.74 over here, because that is an exact measurement that you must always use for a dog. I'm just kidding. Who knows why they picked 2.74, but they did. And notice now that both pictures are the exact same size, which gives it a nice balanced look in the document, and they're centered.
Can you go one more? Can you go back to it so I can see the width?
This one? Click on it.
Automatically change the width once you put the height in.
So you just click in here, you go 2.74, enter, and it automatically changes it. 2.74 vertically, 2.72 horizontal. But if you just do one, it'll automatically keep it from being destructive. Did it work, Cameron? All right. Now, this is kind of boring because it actually looks like Bailey has a twin, in my opinion. You know, it's like 2 dogs. You can't, I mean, you can kind of tell, but maybe if we printed this would look like the exact same grass that it's on, right? We don't want that. We want everybody to know this is 2 different pictures of Bailey. Bailey has a better side. We don't know if it's the right or the left. We're going to give the owner both views. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to learn how to alter this picture a little bit. Click on one of the pictures. You should see Picture Tools come up. You want to click on Format. And we're going to do something to the style. Now, style has a lot to do with some really cheesy stuff in this world. Okay? But over here we have all these different styles that'll pop up. You probably have more because my screen's squashed, so you probably have 5 or 6 of them. But if we click this down arrow, we can see that we can go around, we can find like right here, this obviously gives a soft border around Bailey, or we could put like a rectangle around it, looks like a picture frame. We can do all these things. I'm going to go ahead and use this soft edge rectangle, which is the first one on the second row. I'm going to do that there. I'm going to do it on this Bailey also. A soft edge rectangle? No. Go ahead and put soft edge rectangle. And now Bailey, we can tell that this is two separate pictures, but it still kind of looks like they're twins. So we might want to mess with it just a little bit. Soft edge. If you just click on here, click format, and then this down arrow, it's going to be this one right there. Under picture styles. Did you get that one? Question?
Can you restrict the one that you when you added the one you were seeing now?
Can I put another one in? Is what you're saying? Like put another picture in completely?
Next to it.
Yeah. So now you can see I'm zoomed in a little bit here, and I'm just to the right of the picture with my insertion point, so it's blinking right here. And I'm just going to go insert picture again, and if it's in that folder, I'm going to pick dog picture 2, click insert. Bailey's really big, and I already know this number, so I'm going to go 2.74, and it's going to whoops, 2.74, enter. Why are you not changing on me, Bailey? Bad dog, Bailey.
Maybe it's because you're pressing enter. I never had to press enter. I just did it.
No, you can hit enter. I had this problem too, and that's what I did, and then I added it.
Then you did 2.74.
Then I changed it, yeah.
That works.
I can't find that one.
The dog picture?
No, the
Soft ring. Okay, this is a key. If you are trying to find a frame, you sure that your frame's not right there?
Yeah.
You're going to be the first person that has to have that frame. You know what I call that? User error. No. My wife tells me the computer doesn't work. I'm like, that's user error, honey. No.
Oh, it's because it's not.
I know you're gonna edit that part out, aren't you?
No, she knows that. She's going to be famous now. I love her to death. All right, so if we use this soft edge rectangle on him again, so we've got Bailey twice. The cool thing about picture effects is that they're stackable. Okay? Just because we use one doesn't mean we can't use another. But when we do it as a style, see, we can pick one of these and it'll change everything over, but now we can stack a picture effect on it. I'm going to do this left one actually. If I click on Bailey on the left and I click on picture effects, one of the things I want to do is actually give this a little bit of perspective. We're going to skew it just a little bit. And so I can come down here to 3D rotation, and I'm going to pick this one right here called off axis 1 right. It's right here. It's a parallel. If I click on it, notice Bailey's already turned a little bit. I can preview it when I do it. Whoops, my mouse moved. There we go. So Bailey's now turned, and we can see, oh, Bailey's kind of tilted. It's almost like having a little picture frame on the mantle. It's so cute. But I want to lay one more thing on top of that. I want to add another effect of a glow. Because what would make this brown, hideous flyer even worse is an orange glow. So I think I'm going to use this glow right here, this second glow right here. It's still under picture effects. We just go down to glow. Come over. You like that, Nora? Yours look, well, that's okay. The color doesn't matter. Yeah. The color is okay. And now that we've done this to one Bailey, the other Bailey looks pretty shabby, all plain. Right? So I'm going to click on this Bailey, and I'm going to go ahead and go back to my picture tools format, and I'm going to add another glow to this one, same glow. And now I need to add my perspective, my 3D rotation, but this time I'm going to use off axis left. Off axis 2 left, excuse me. And what I get is a cute little picture of Bailey. Isn't he adorable? I love this dog.
Is it your dog?
No. I just feel like he's my dog because I do this every mod. I've recreated this flyer so many times you have no idea. I feel like I could do it in my sleep. So we have this wonderful little dog Bailey, and we have his cute little picture on here, and we've got a few different things that we need to look at. First off, let's go ahead, once we're at this spot, and just zoom out. We can see that we have all on one page. Is anybody not on one page? No? So first, Jerry. All right. If you're not on one page, because sometimes it isn't, as long as you're selected right here where we were, right by the Baileys, there's a little feature up here in the paragraph section that if we this is line spacing. This means we can do single space, double space, space and a half, whatever. But also at the very bottom it says remove space after paragraph. Typically if you just click that, it'll tuck everything up and you'll be able to be on one page. Did that work?
Where's it at?
It's right here. Click on that, go to it. Mine says add now, so I can add space after a paragraph, but if you already have it adding space, that means every time I hit the enter key, I want to add just a little bit extra space just so we know it's a new paragraph. I don't like the look of it.
Okay. Go down to the very last function.
Yeah, remove space from paragraph, after paragraph.
Yeah, tucks everything up.
Alright, so this is on your homework tonight. I just want to make sure you guys know how to do this. Because it's only 2013, and because we've only been away from print shop since like 1995, we need to make sure we know how to put page borders on, right? So, because who puts a page border on? But if we go over to page layout, and so we click this tab, down here, right under page background, there's a thing called page borders. We can click on that, and everybody's going to send me an email tonight. Mr. Greer, how do I put an art border on? I'm going to show you right now. We can go pick one of these lines, and if I pick this line, width just says how wide it is. But let's say I want to do something really crazy. There's an art section right here. This is what you're going to want to know for your homework, this art border. And this is if I want to do something awesome like cake. Let them eat cake as a border. And as I click OK, look at that. Now I got cake all the way around.
Now they'll really look at it.
This is a print shop flyer if I've ever seen one. So this is definitely what we want to do. You're going to want to know where that is tonight for your homework, because one of them says put an art border around it. If I don't like that because I think it's a little too crazy, I can come back and put this on here. I can change the color. Gives me my same color palette. I'm going to use green. Click OK. Now I've got this nice little border around here because I'm scared of white space. You should never be scared of white space, but I'm scared of white space for this. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to home and I'm going to get rid of my reveal codes because I want to just see, as I click that away, now I can see this is actually what it looks like.